so she can do all the fun things with it while you throw on a piece of wonderful cinema.
I mean, wonderful is a big word.
She's gonna watch the Straight Story?
You fuckers. You fuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Doctor Who Reviews, post Sean Dillon edition. I mean, in fairness, he was an amazing guest.
Oh, is that the reason why suddenly everything has gone to shit?
Wow, thanks for the vote of confidence, Kat. Appreciate it.
We hired Chris Chibnall to be on the podcast?
I mean, we're going to get to that later.
That's kind of mean. That's kind of mean. I mean, you know, he's probably a fine guy.
It's mean, but we're keeping it in because it's funny.
I disagree with some of the choices in his writing career on Doctor Who.
Yes. But we're not discussing Chibnall. We're not doing 42. Sean was a merciful benefactor because his pick was, in fact, The Curse of Fatal Death, the 1999 comic relief special. And to discuss it with me, I'm joined by two co-hosts. Firstly, to my virtual left, he's never going to dance again, is Freezing Inferno.
Why? I can't, who says I can dance to begin with? What is this?
It's a reference to a poll that just got topped by Careless Whisper for the 6th time.
Oh,
Top 500 smooth songs.
Careless Whisper by George Michael. I wonder if he ever joined any like band or anything.
Thank you. Copyright. Actually,
okay.
as of 2 days ago.
One day I'll get us cancelled.
As of 2 days ago. One day? As of 2 days ago, we did not get a copyright claim, amazingly, on that incredible My Chemical Romance mashup with Mariah.
Yay!
Music
Yay,
is the trick. Anyway, to my virtual right, currently barricading herself behind a door so that she doesn't get interrupted by her roommate, it's Kat.
Yes. Context for people, I bought her a very, very nice articulated action figure of Demona from Gargoyles. She will not shut up about it.
Pics on the screen.
Great that she loves her present. Help.
Hey, Kat, what else did you get at the store today?
You could go fuck yourself.
Could it have been the 1993 masterpiece Super Mario Brothers, starring Bob Hoskins?
It is a gift. It is a gift because her sister's birthday is next weekend.
It is a gift. That movie is a gift.
For some reason, she actually likes that movie.
I love that movie. I love it. It's great.
Which
Hot
one?
Take. Hot take.
The Hoskins one, or the ones that made $1 billion at the box office? Bloody hell.
The Hoskins one, of course.
If anybody wants to cancel him, he is at Freezing Inferno on Twitter. Please send all your hate to him.
I can't believe you doxed him. Wow, Kat. Low blow.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. What did I pay for that?
$5 probably.
Because whatever it is, it's probably too much.
Listen.
$9.99.
I've said this on my stream before. My entire aesthetic choice can be explained by the fact that in 1995 at the flea market, I purchased both the Super Mario movie on VHS and a copy of Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest for the Nintendo, and loved them both.
That does explain a lot.
I think I left the receipt out in the kitchen. I won't bother.
Yeah, if you open the door, Chris will get in.
She might get through the door if you open it.
Anyway, so we had this.
I know.
We had this comedy special from 1999, written by a comedy writer of the time who's written at least a couple of shows. A guy named Stephen Moffat.
Stephen Moffat, yeah.
Never heard of him.
Apparently, really likes Doctor Who. I wonder if he'd ever do anything with it.
One look at this, you can tell he really does like Doctor Who because he kind of nails it.
Yes.
Spoilers for my overall thoughts at the end, but he
and we should mention exactly where in time this took place, because we have the wilderness years, which is, that big gap between Survival and Rose, when this show was dead as a fucking doornail. But there's layers to how dead it was. You have pre-movie and post-movie. Pre-movie, you have the Virgin Adventures, where it's like, well, the show is taking a bit of a break, but while it's gone, we can really reinvent it with these books and stuff. And then the movie comes out and it's like, oh, it actually tried to come back and now it's shit and it's probably never coming back again. It's really canceled, huh? Well, fuck. And so Curse of Fatal Death falls into that latter category because it is a celebration of Doctor Who, but also at the same time it's like, oh, it's a celebration of this old canceled British institution that won't ever fucking come back because who would ever think that?
Thank God it did.
Yes.
And one of the men we have to thank for it coming back, in a roundabout way, because he actually commissioned this special, is Richard Curtis.
Who?
Oh, hey.
Oh, he only wrote Vincent and the Doctor.
Well, that's interesting considering who's Doctor Who in this.
Yeah, exactly. Richard Curtis is a long-time figure in the comic relief movement. He's written rom-coms. Love Actually, I believe, is a Richard Curtis film.
That really explains one of the Doctor Who's in this film.
It really does.
I said film, but episode, but
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah.
Mini episode.
But he commissioned...
Moffat Light.
He commissioned Moffat to write The Curse of Fatal Death, and Moffat stepped up, and I honestly do think he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of funny? When we went into this, maybe you guys told me this beforehand at some point in time, ages ago. I did not remember when it aired, and I did not remember who wrote it. And so when I was watching this, I was like, man, feels really Moffat. They did a really good job copying his tone.
Well, in fairness, there's no title card to tell you who wrote it.
This is true. The part that I saw did not have a title card.
It does tell you who wrote it at the end, in the end credits, but I think they cut those off on the YouTube. Full disclosure, this is the YouTube version that we watched because it came out in 1999 on TV. There was a VHS release. It's pretty much lost to time now, but there was a VHS release. And then they brought it out on the YouTube channel for Comic Relief, and then it came out again on the Doctor Who channel in 2017. But it's the Comic Relief 2009 version that we saw.
There you go.
So full disclosure there.
And who's Doctor Who in this?
Oh, well, we don't open with the Doctor, however.
Oh, yeah.
We open with Elliot Carver.
I was just about to say, I said before the show, I said, how many Tomorrow Never Dies jokes is Rainiac going to make?
But do you know why I had to make at least one?
Because you had to give the people what they want!
No, because we literally do open with Elliot Carver. Do you not know this fact?
I know the actor, yes.
Yeah, no, you know the actor.
Yeah.
But do you know what he's wearing underneath his master costume?
What's that?
His costume from Tomorrow Never Dies. For real.
You're shitting me.
No.
You are shitting me.
No.
Why?
I don't know why. Maybe he thought it was funny. Maybe he was cold that night in the studio. But he's got his Carver outfit on underneath his master outfit.
What the fuck? Jonathan Pryce.
Unless, of course, TARDIS Wiki is lying, which never happens.
Yeah, not entirely villainous.
But they claim that's what he's doing. Maybe it was an interview where he said, just for a rib, I was dressed as a Bond villain while I was dressed as a Doctor Who villain. History being made.
And hey, he's watching the TV movie.
Yeah. Okay. No. Again, he's right.
Because it's a shot of the TARDIS.
It's literally footage from the TV movie.
But is the TARDIS spinning in space from the opening of the TV movie. And so he gives a good evil chuckle. Sean's not here to one-up me, so I can go...
What was that?
Oh, Doctor!
Did someone say Wally
The really funny part is that entirely cut out for me, so I didn't hear a shit.
Did someone say Wally up an evil chuckle?
Yes. Now you cut out.
But yeah, Cat has us both beat.
Yeah, because she has a stable fucking internet and peeking them up.
Mine will not cut out in my version.
Well,
a stable fucking internet, he says, as I'm in the middle of nowhere without any cell reception.
If you actually bother to...
I'm in the middle of nowhere without any cell reception.
Fresno, if you actually bother to watch the podcast this week, you'll hear that laugh come through nice and clear.
Listen, I watched it last week for Sean.
Oh, wow.
And you.
Thank you for watching it with Sean. No, it's too late. You already said Sean first. It's over.
Because he was the special guest.
Yeah, all right.
And I came last. I see how it is.
But most importantly, you're last.
Don't worry.
For those who want to donate to the Torture Frez Fund so that we can get Colin Baker on a business call to have him talk about NDAs and stuff, just go to @ConcaveUsurper at PayPal.
I'll show you an NDA. Be careful.
And if you want to buy her a coffee, her Ko-fi is now.
How much would it be to send Colin Baker to Frez's house?
Probably more than we could ever afford.
If you would like to send a copy of the Straight Story to me, I can be found at P.O. Box.
You know what's really funny? I'm not going to do that. Solidarity, Sean.
But the master's plan is thwarted because he says I'm going to take a test on 4 where certain death awaits him, and then you just hear Rowan Atkinson, who is the doctor, say, "I can hear you."
No, it's just the way that Moffat writes this so over the top. Where he has the master needlessly repeating shit, so the line is something like, "Your certain death will be certain."
Yeah, he nails the Ainley aspect of the master here. Does Jonathan Bryce?
And yeah, so he's spying on Rowan Atkinson, the TARDIS. Which, can I just say, as a child who grew up watching Mr. Bean, this is lovely.
Yeah. And the TARDIS, I've got to get this right. I think the TARDIS was donated by a couple of fans of the show because they made a TARDIS for a fan movie.
Well, I mean, the TARDIS set was demolished at this point.
Yeah, they also donated a couple of the Daleks we'll see later on.
So it's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can hear you, you know. I knew that. I was just taunting you, and he turns off the screen.
And
then
so the Jonathan Pryce master predicted Zoom calls.
You're on
mute, Paula.
Atkinson comes back on. He's
mute.
been turned into a cat.
Paula, turn your microphone back on. You're on mute.
Oh, Cat just mentioned the guy who had the filter of a cat.
Oh God.
That's so good.
You have no authority, Jackie Weaver. None at all.
I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat, Your Honor.
I'm trying to fix it, but he turns off the thing and then he goes on another rant. Doctor, you're going to your death. It's a deadly trap of deadly death.
The master, you do know that you've just turned your camera off, right?
Yeah.
Of course I knew that.
It's so good.
It really is just a Zoom call.
It is.
Or Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
And so then the doctor's like, "Look, you know what? I need to talk to you. Come to the planet Tercerus in 2 hours, and we'll."
And that's a real planet from Doctor Who as well.
Really?
Yeah, the Deadly Assassin.
Did it have the same backstory as
no,
they
it did
give
not.
here? I was going to say.
And I loved it, but I always misremember the line. But he does it one more time, and this time lightning goes in the TARDIS as it goes off. But I love the line. It's like the deadly vengeance of deadly revenge. Ah.
Yes. Tercerus is where a character that we haven't seen yet found the Master.
Okay.
In the Deadly Assassin.
Which hey, maybe it's no, it's not Kansas. Never mind.
Assuming Kat's not made her pick yet, if she has made a pick, great. If not, I've got a list she can pick from because I made it for Sean.
No, I've made my pick.
Oh boy.
Great.
One more
it's
time.
What I wanted. Just what I want to hear.
And then, yeah, that slays both mine and Frez's.
Thank you.
I can do a good
I've
one
had
if I
many
don't
years
peek.
of practice.
I thought mine was all right, but if Kat didn't hear it because it peaked the microphone, she'll have to wait to listen to the podcast when it goes out.
I'll do one in Audacity and send it to you, and then you can put it on your soundboard. Then it can be.
Oh God.
No peeking there.
I mean, we've all got a soundboard now.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, man.
We can all do this and invoke Jessica Jaguar. Yeah. There you go.
Noted Kamen Rider and Tokusatsu fan Jessica Jaguar. Why would we make fun of her like that?
No Kamen Rider.
I seriously can't believe it.
Can I just say, as Kat is breaking the soundboard with duck quacks, wow, Jessica, you have a lot to say. It's my favourite running gag of Polly's stream is the duck thing, because every time Polly does it, she bursts into hysterical laughter, and she comes up with it. Okay, I think that's enough. I regret pointing out this soundboard.
Hopefully someone is versed in Morse code for that.
Was it the Straight Story is the best Star Trek film of all time?
Yes.
Well, the thing is about the Straight Story.
See, one of these days you're actually going to watch it and you'll actually be able to say that.
Does even know what the Straight Story is?
Nope.
Nope.
When I googled it, I couldn't find it. When I put it in Wikipedia, I couldn't find
It's a
it.
David Lynch movie about an old guy going across America on his fucking riding lawnmower to visit his friend. And for some reason, Sean says it's the best Star Trek movie.
Well, you're going to watch
and
it
he
to
has
find out
refused
why
to
he's
elaborate
right.
on that. And I'll find out. It's going to be my last David Lynch movie because it has to be the capstone.
Because you'll just
And now
retire.
that
You'll
and
peaked.
And now that The Elephant Man is on the Criterion Collection, I can finally finish
Oh,
that.
God, I can't watch that.
Well, I'm going to try.
Brilliant performance by John Hurt, but I can't watch that.
Well,
I have my
you
rating.
can say that. You can say that about a lot of David Lynch films. But anyway, on Planet Tercerus.
Yeah, we have our Doctor and his assistant. They specifically say assistant, not companion. Rowan Atkinson and Julia Sawalha. The Ninth Doctor, not that one, and Emma.
Doctor, no, not that one.
No, seriously?
No, I know they call him the Ninth Doctor. I know, but it's just
Moffat wanted to actually stick to established canon.
Hey, BBC, get off your high horse and make all of this shit canon.
Well, it was for a time. And then it was ruled uncanon.
Chibnall practically gave you it all on a silver platter to make it canon. Start putting fucking Rowan Atkinson on all the merch.
I'm disappointed
I dare
they
you.
didn't put a clip of this in when they showed the Morbius Doctors in the Time of Children.
well, they may as well have. Nostalgia,
and
everyone!
Peter Cushing and Scream of the Schalke Doctor.
Which is funny when you consider the rest of the special. But so, Doctor Who has an announcement to make to the Master. But first, we have... I swear to God, this bullshit has actually shown up in the show after the fact or before the fact.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm thinking of another show.
Can I just talk a little bit about Julia Sawalha as well? Because she does have a link to Doctor Who.
Go on.
She was almost a companion.
When?
She was considered for the role of the cat burglar after Ace.
Oh.
In what would have been season 27?
Yes.
Yeah. But she obviously she didn't get it because it wasn't made. And Richard Griffith would have been the Doctor.
And then now she's Emma in this little special.
Yeah, she actually got advice from Louise Jameson on how to play the companion.
So what I'm hearing is it's a massive downgrade to her career. She gets to not be in Doctor Who, but in Doctor Who Light.
Oh, God. I wouldn't say it's a downgrade to her career.
So anyway, it's time for the first of what I consider to be stupid jokes, farting jokes.
Oh, God. See, yes, they are stupid, but also the explanation the Doctor gives for why they're no longer around this race is hilarious.
That part is, yes.
They only communicate by farting, so what happened to them? They discovered fire.
See, for anybody who has not watched this, Emma asked the Doctor, why is the castle empty? And the Doctor replies that the Tercerons were kindly, they were peace-loving, but they were generally shunned because their preferred method of communicating was through passing gas.
Their only method of communicating was through passing gas.
They put it as precisely modulated farting. And then they discovered fire.
Yeah. But before they can elaborate on this, here comes the Master, and he pins them to a wall.
This part is actually really funny.
This is brilliant.
Like I say, I swear to God, this part has been in something that I've seen before. I cannot tell you if it was another Doctor Who or some other piece of media that I'm thinking of.
I mean, this is a great little parody of the Master Doctor dichotomy during the entirety of the Davison and the years.
I mean, it's basically just, haha, I went back in time and bribed the architect of the castle to put in a death trap. Goodbye, Doctor. Say hello to the deadly spikes of death.
And then the ball
And then
revolves.
the Doctor and Emma revolve around a wall, and then they come out on a couch, the sofa of reasonable comfort.
Say hello to the sofa of reasonable comfort.
I went back in
I
time.
also went back in time and bribed the architect.
But isn't the funny thing they're still tied to it, though?
But I knew you'd do that, so I went back further in time and bribed the architect. Bye, Doctor!
And he presses the button and a wall drops on them, and then he walks out of a door. That was built
naturally anticipating that, I went further back in time and was like, Doctor, get on with it.
Yeah. So he has an announcement to make. After saving...
Spoilers for the 9th and 10th Doctor, by the way.
He has an announcement
The
to make.
Doctor is in love.
After saving every planet in the solar system at least 27 times, the Doctor has decided it's time to retire and get married to Emma. And he gets a whole bunch of lovey dialogue, like, she is more interesting than cyber slugs or something. She is more thrilling than a chase up a ventilation shaft.
They're all really good, specific.
He's a really good Doctor. Genuinely.
Yeah. And also, the dialogue is really good at taking the piss out of, Doctor Who tropes.
Now, I've got to say...
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, go ahead. I just have a little...
There's one line that Rowan Atkinson has when he's saying about the 27 times thing, where he's like, I've saved 20... Where he makes mention of an untold number of gravel quarries?
Yes.
Actually, is there a transcript of this online?
Yes.
I'll get the exact line for y'all.
But yeah, they do poke fun at the show's budget.
Yeah, it's like, I've grown weary of all the evil in the cosmos, all the cruelty, all the suffering, all the endless gravel quarries.
I love my meta commentary in my Doctor Who.
Honestly, that's not entirely fair, Rowan, because we all know that there's only maybe 1-2 gravel cores that they actually use.
Yeah, but it's a good line, isn't it?
It is.
Yes.
It's a really good line.
It's a funny line.
But the other thing I wanted to say is I never actually saw the movie, but do you guys know the movie Johnny English that stars Rowan Atkinson?
Got it on DVD.
Never seen it.
Well, there's a part in the movie where he's chasing a bad guy, and I've seen this clip all over the internet, and we could probably put a GIF or something up there. But basically, this guy is running from him, and he takes his jacket, and he goes over a fence that has barbed wire, and he uses the jacket to put down the barbed wire so he can get over safely, and Rowan steps up to it, opens the gate, and just walks in. And it's just a series of that, where
I can't remember if that's I can't remember if that's in the first film or not. It might be one of the sequels.
I honestly don't know, but it's such a hilarious scene, and all I can think is, that's this Doctor and this scene. It's just him constantly one-upping this guy by taking the easiest method
I have
Johnny
English on DVD, but I always went to see it in the cinemas when it first came out. Because it's a Bond parody, and my family was really into it. And there was a great moment where there's a car chase, and he's in his car being towed, essentially. And he goes past the speed camera, and it takes his picture. And everyone starts laughing. And then he presses the button, and a rocket shoots out the car and blows up the camera, and the entire cinema stood up and gave it a standing ovation.
And then everybody clapped!
Everybody clapped.
Honestly, I would too.
It is an
Speed
amazing
cameras
moment.
are stupid.
It's one of my favourite moments being at a cinema live.
Okay. I just remembered my favorite moment from the cinema. We were seeing Shaun of the Dead, classic film.
Yeah.
But
excellent film.
When Simon Pegg is like, right, we need a place that's well fortified and that can give us lots of food, and then we can hold out until below, and everyone in the theater is just like, the Winchester. But the Master has one more deadly trap of deadly death!
He's horrified that the Doctor is retiring, and so he went back in time again. And he gave the architect an expensive dinner. I'm laughing just saying this out loud because it's so ridiculous, yet it's so good.
It's really funny. You like just watch it.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
on
haven't seen
YouTube
it
for
yet,
like 20 minutes.
it's literally right there.
Yeah, it's a
20
sequel.
minutes.
It's a
Watch it.
sequel.
It was a sequel, yeah.
But that is a good clip, yes.
But it's just a funny, really, really funny thing that reminds me of all this.
That is basically a representation of this whole scene. Yeah.
But yeah, he bribed the architect one more time to make a trap door down to the Terceron sewers, where you will spend hundreds of years crawling through
312
waste
years to
and
crawl
filth.
back to the surface.
Ha 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 ha! Goodbye, Doctor! I'm going to pull the lever! Wrong lever!
Yeah, you got there first.
Naturally,
Yeah, essentially, the Doctor went back in time further and then already bought the architect an expensive dinner.
Yes.
Man, this architect is living the good life, huh?
Well,
I
no.
know, seriously, I want to be
He's
that
been
architect.
bribed like 6 fucking times.
And then he blew himself up.
And I will say, this is kind of where the special loses me, because I do find some limited fart jokes funny. I don't like poop jokes.
I actually
I
think
just do
the
not.
sewer thing is the weakest part of the whole story, the whole special.
But
It is funny as well.
But then, just as they're celebrating their victory, the door opens, and it's the Master with much longer hair and looking like shit.
He's old. He's been in there for 312 years.
And he went back in time to get the Doctor, but he's not alone.
The Daleks are here.
They got the copyright!
Well, like I said, literally 2 of these props are from a fan.
For some reason,
So,
since I've got like these parodies on, I'm thinking of the Lenny Henry sketch. You mean those big metal creatures with plungers for hands? Not the Daleks. I wanted to say that.
that wasn't a comic relief sketch, was it? That was just from his show.
But yes, the Master is with the Daleks because they're the only creature that would not be repulsed by him, because they have no sense of smell.
Okay, that is funny.
And also, the really funny part is that he has now been augmented with Dalek technology. He takes off, I think, his glove, but there's just a plunger instead of a hand.
Yeah, and no one knows what it does.
Emma's just like, what's that for?
You don't
What?
know, do you?
Yeah.
I have to
And
say,
so-
everybody in this, every actor in this really does play their part to perfection.
And so the Master's like, oh no, Daleks, you won't kill him. I'll kill Doctor Who. I'm going to kill you with my bare hands. Die, Doctor! Ah! And he lunges for them, and they just step aside, and he falls down the fucking trapdoor again.
Everybody back to the sewage farm.
And then
Yeah.
this
he
is
comes
like
back.
the grossest shot where he like vomits up some shit.
646
Oh,
years
yeah.
in a sewer.
And so the Doctor
This
and
is
Emma run
why
away.
I don't like this part.
Yeah, and then the Doctor and Emma run away down the corridor, and the Daleks give chase, and the Master walks, and the Dalek nudges him, and he falls the fuck down again.
And when he comes out this time, he's on a Zimmer frame.
It's like, honestly, I think it would have been a lot funnier if he was just falling for that long. Kind of like that scene with Doctor Strange and Loki, where Loki was like, I've been falling for 30 minutes.
Yes.
But, you know.
Wait, when was this?
This kind of... I get the impression
I
that
think it
Chris-
was one of the after scenes things in
Chris
one of the
Chibnall
movies. I forget which one.
watched this special and really liked it, because this is basically what happens to the Master in Spyfall Part 2. Where he just emerges after 76 years of pure hell.
and here's an yeah. Oh hey,
Oh, I
Spyfall
thought you were
2.
going to say it was specifically that part where he got arrested by Nazis for being a person of
Well,
color.
it's a bit after that. He didn't get arrested, he escaped.
Oh hey, you know who was in Spyfall 2? Lenny Henry. You know what that Lenny Henry skit had? A sketch about running up and down lots of corridors. Hey, what are the Doctor and Emma doing?
It also had a Cyberman Margaret Thatcher.
That just.
You will be privatized.
That should be liquidated. It's the same thing.
And then the TARDIS gets clamped. It's actually a really funny parody. This is not a parody. This was specifically not written to be a parody.
No, but I mean, there's obviously some taking the piss out of it.
There is, but this was written by Moffat to be an episode of Doctor Who that's also funny.
Which it is. But yeah, they're running up and down the corridors, and it clearly is just them running past the same bit of set 3 or 4 times before Emma's like, the corridors all look the same. And then they open the door and there's the Daleks. But I think the version... Here's the question. The version we watched, how many Daleks were there?
Not that many.
There's a version out there where they open the door and it's like a whole shitload of Daleks.
Hundreds of them in a room.
Yeah, they have a picture of it on TARDIS Wiki here.
Which is like, hey, holy shit, look at this. We can actually afford to have more than 4 Daleks in the shot.
Yeah, that's it. I wonder which of those are the prop Daleks that were donated by those 2 fan guys.
But anyway, we cut from this to the Doctor and Emma being tied up, and it's great. This is good. Emma's just like, given that all the Daleks say it's exterminate, why did they choose to spare our lives?
I'll explain later.
I love that stupid ass line. I'll explain later.
That is a great running gag.
From here, the jokes just fly wild. The next one being the Master.
The best news. Yeah, good God, yes. The Master's here, and he has breasts. They're not breasts. They're Dalek bumps.
He's just the little nodes on the Dalek. You're seeing them there. Yeah. He's just got 2 of them strapped to his chest.
He's also been...
And I love the fact that he walks over to Emma's side and he's like, they are not breasts, they are Dalek bumps. They are Etherix beam locators and they're very firm. And she's like, are you trying to say something to me?
They can detect ion-charged emissions and operate as an Etherix beam locator at a distance of 20,000 light years, and Emma just laughs at him.
They're also... I've been augmented by Dalek technology once more.
Again, Jonathan Pryce is just a delight in this.
But the Master and the Daleks are working on some technobabble called the Zytronic Energy Beam, which will let them conquer the universe in minutes. Ha 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 ha.
Oh no.
But how will they conquer the universe with just a beam, Doctor?
I'll explain later.
But then the Doctor asks, "Well, why is the Master helping you? You're gonna have to share the universe with the Master." And they're like, "We will betray the Master as soon as it is convenient."
Yeah.
And so the Doctor realizes, if I can tell the Master the Daleks will betray him, maybe that'll help our case. But Doctor, if you just say that to him, the Daleks will exterminate you. But you forget that he bribed the architect, which means he speaks Terceran, and so do I. Oh, God.
Oh, I love
and then she leans over to a Dalek and says, "Can I be tied to a different chair?"
Yeah. I can communicate the Master with careful controlled breaking of wind. Can I be tied to a different chair, please? Silence. But the best thing is, the best line is after that, where Emma says to him, "Why do you have chairs on the Dalek spaceship?" And the Dalek says, "We will explain later."
Can I just say, the absolute hilarity of having Stephen Moffat write that, and then later he can't stop himself from explaining fucking everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, but also be nice.
No.
So anyway, the Doctor sent his message to the Master. You are facing certain doom. Certain doom?
Try not to clench.
Yeah.
The Daleks are planning to exterminate you as soon as you twiddly heepy jeepy. Oh, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, Emma farted and rest of the... And that gives the game away that they're communicating.
And so the beam gets fired and, oh no, Doctor Who's been hit.
Yeah, well, actually, on the version we saw, we didn't see much in the way of firepower, did we?
No.
I believe on the original version, you see the beams fire, but you don't see it here very much.
Well. Well.
But yeah,
anyway,
the Doctor gets hit.
And so
that's
does
just the generator.
Yeah, which is going to... It not only will it explode, but it'll implode. We're all doomed.
I love the fact he actually mimes this with his hands.
Seriously, everybody in this is acting really, really well.
I don't know if he improv that. I do know there was an improv that he was vetoed on.
It's
He
the
referred
ninth
to Emma
Doctor.
as Mrs. Who. They said, no, we can't do that. We're sticking to canon here. It's Mrs. Doctor.
Mrs. Who.
I thought it was
But,
a really
yeah.
funny ad-lib, but yeah, he didn't
That's
get
good.
away with that.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
unfortunately,
what a shame that he's a Time Lord. Oh wait, he's a Time Lord.
but I love this bit where the Doctor's dying and it's like, oh, Doctor, darling, say something, and the Master's just like, he says he loves you.
Yeah, he communicates his final words through farting.
But I mean, and so the Ninth Doctor faces his doom. But of course, the Doctor is a Time Lord, and so
He regenerates into Richard E. Grant. And can I say, Richard E. Grant's in this for about 30 seconds and possibly steals the entire show.
Hey, Rain, what does Richard E. Grant do in his first moments as Doctor Who number 10?
He says, sorry about that, just want to slip to something more comfortable. Result, cute, sexy, and lick the mirror handsome. And then he licks the mirror.
Which, there's a mirror there for that.
Yeah.
Cat, you know what to do?
Oh, fine. Only because there's a mirror.
Doctor Who mirror alert. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Not just Doctor Who mirror alert, Doctor Who lick the mirror alert.
Nah.
Sadly, I don't have an alert for that.
No, not sadly. I'm very glad you don't have an alert for that.
He calls the Master the camp one, and he's like, I'm not camp. Yeah, sure, nice tits.
Bumps.
Can I also just say, I love the fact that not only is this man the Doctor, but it's also Richard E. Grant, who later on becomes the Great Intelligence.
And the Doctor.
And the Doctor.
And the Doctor.
In Scream of the Shelka.
Okay, here's a pitch. Rowan Atkinson, Richard E. Grant, and Christopher Eccleston in the 3 Ninth Doctors.
Big finish! Big finish!
Well, technically, Doctor Who has confirmed the multiverse, so there could be several different versions of the Doctor. Oh God, we're going to get a special that does that, aren't we?
Not the Unbound series, please.
Oh, God.
Leave that in Big Finish, please.
Yes. I do love that Grant just sort of walks by the dogs and is like, well, I remember you, lad, of course. And I remember you my fiancé. How could I forget the only time-traveling companion I've ever had?
You've had lots
of companions. No, the only time-traveling companion I've ever had.
Oh. And he says, can you still live in this new body? I don't think that'd be much of a problem, Doctor. And he goes to fix the Ziptronic beam controller, tells them to go in the TARDIS and get a bottle of good champagne. And as she emerges with the champagne, there's an explosion. And
it's the 11th Doctor!
He comes out as Jim Broadbent!
Jim Broadbent! I'm sorry. Otherwise known as Professor fucking Slughorn.
Yes!
Oh, God.
Otherwise known as, oh, God, who else was... I mean, he's a very, very famous actor.
Otherwise known
Professor
as...
Kirk from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
He's never been Doctor Who, has he? Other than this,
he was also the owner of the Moulin Rouge and the titular
he's amazing in that film.
Titular.
Okay, hang on. I have a fun. Wait, I'll save that fun fact for later.
Yeah, but I want to say this now that these new Doctors that keep emerging, it's kind of amazing how this special predicts the future. Because Richard E. Grant's Doctor is played a lot like David Tennant's.
Yeah.
Jim Broadbent's older than Matt Smith, but there's kind of parallels there. I mean, this one is that he's very shy, not so much eccentric as shy.
Yeah, he's shy and very nervous around girls.
Yeah. So he says, fix the controller. Oh, I'm just going to fix it over here. There's another explosion.
Hang on. You're forgetting one more great joke with Broadbent where he's shy. Where he's just like looking away from Emma. Ooh, I seem to be shy of girls now. And he looks at the Master and sees the talented and puts his eyes out. Oh, no, another girl. Another girl.
Yes. That is good. Yeah,
Oh,
so he it's the problems located around this area, and then there's another explosion. I love how these two doctors don't get to see them regenerate on screen.
Yeah. That's the joke. It's just, ooh, here's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And so there's another explosion, and here comes the 12th Doctor.
And it's Hugh Grant!
It's Hugh Grant!
Well, Richard Curtis did commission this. Maybe this was a special favour.
I mean, I should also mention, Richard Curtis was in Mr. Bean with Rowan Atkinson.
And he also wrote Notting Hill and Love Actually, which...
There you go. And so here comes Hugh Grant. It's like, oh, look how stupid I am. I've gone through 3 whole bodies because I forgot to unplug the goddamn thing.
But
I love it. I love that stupid ass joke.
Behind the scenes, I believe these doctors are referred to as the Quite Handsome Doctor for Grant, the Shy Doctor for Broadbent,
Very handsome and charming,
and the Very Handsome and Charming Doctor. And
yes.
This is Russell T Davies' favourite Doctor.
The Hugh Grant Doctor?
Yes.
And so, having saved the day, he's about to make out with his fiancée when all of a sudden a Zytonic beam strikes him. And oh no!
Zectronic.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
It's Zectronic.
The MacGuffin beam hits him, and oh no! It inhibits his regeneration ability.
We'll always be together.
Doctor Who is going to die.
We'll always be together forever in Zectronic dreams.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Doctor Who is going to die and not regenerate.
And Emma's like,
I love this bit too.
I have to mention this bit because I'm gonna yell at somebody.
His final words I'll explain as you get the later out.
Okay, well we have to talk about Emma's line. We have to talk about Emma's line.
I have to say his line of look after the universe for me. I put a lot of work into it. That could absolutely be a regeneration line.
Yeah,
it does get used later on, not as a regeneration line. 11th Hour.
By whom?
By Matt Smith.
But who wrote it?
This world. No, but I put a lot of work.
No, the actual show, Frez.
Okay.
Not the fabulous book by Kristen McTeer, who hopefully we're still pronouncing her name correct.
No, that's back to we haven't checked, by the way.
That's
back to the 11th Hour.
Okay, but we need to talk about this line from Emma where she's like, Doctor Who, you can't die. You're too nice, too brave, too kind, and far, far too silly. And the comparison she gives, you're like Father Christmas, the Wizard of Oz.
Scooby-Doo!
God damn it, Mike! God damn it, Mike!
What? Oh, the Wizard of Oz, right, sorry. I said Scooby-Doo and then you went, God damn it, Mike. I was like, what? No.
I went, God damn it, the Wizard of Oz part.
Yeah.
Because I still played that fucking DS game, and he's still hunting me with it.
Also, Scooby-Doo.
But also Scooby-Doo.
Right.
And so, with the Doctor's death, both the Master and the Daleks decide, in honor of our fallen friend, we will renounce evil forever.
We're gonna be good guys. Holy shit, he did predict the future.
Yes. Oh my god, this is just Missy.
And Rusty. So Stephen Moffat is a hack of himself, is what we're saying here.
Moffat knew what he was going to do all along.
God damn it,
even down to this final bit.
Oh my god, we were wrong. It was Rusty all along.
And somehow, by some miracle, Hugh Grant starts to regenerate.
It's Joanna Lovelace.
And so we get the 13th Doctor.
And can I say, again, she did it for 30 seconds. Perfect.
Oh, God.
Her portrayal is just perfect.
Emma, look! I've got etheric beam locators!
No, you want to know the worst part, Frez?
What?
She was also in a James Bond film.
Yeah.
No. Oh, which one?
Oh, which MSS?
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, okay, but here's a ringer for you. The last 3 Doctors we've been talking about, Jim Broadbent, Hugh Grant, and Joanna Lumley, they are all in Paddington 2.
Yeah.
And do you know who else is in Paddington 2?
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
So there are 4 Doctor Who's in Paddington 2.
I'm trying to think. There's a fifth one. There isn't.
And Paddington 2 is actually a really lit movie, and you should watch it.
Okay, this is where I'm going to get all the internet hate.
Uh-oh.
I kind of prefer the first one.
I mean, they're both very, very good.
I'm not saying Paddington 2 is bad. I'm just saying I prefer the first one.
That's fine. That's fine. I like the second one a little more.
Well, at this point, Emma, has seen the doctor, and it's like, this is probably the first time that anyone has ever said this literally, but you are not the man I fell in love with.
I'm afraid, Doctor, I'm not sure this sentence has ever been used so completely accurately before. You're just not the man I fell in love with. Oh,
and so she leaves.
Line. Yeah, Mum's going to get a surprise at the wedding, isn't she? Do you think we'll both wear white?
Yeah, they don't leave. They're just like, oh, well, that's fine. We can travel the universe together as best mates.
Yeah.
You, me, and my sonic screwdriver. Oh, wow, it's got 3 settings.
And at this point, Emma just slaps it out of her hand, and she's gone.
But then the master hits on her.
And she's kind of said, tell me, why do they call you the master?
This is just Missy. It's just the roles are reversed.
Yeah, it is. And the master says to her, I'll explain later.
And ends with a maniacal laugh.
Oh yeah, because he's the master.
As you do. As you do.
And that, much shorter than you'd think, because it's only 20 minutes long, is the Curse of Fatal Death. I can't think of any more behind-the-scenes bits to mention, other than what I'm going to mention in my overall thoughts. But who would like to go first?
I shall, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny that both in a take the piss out of the low budget kitsch of Doctor Who, but also there is genuine love there from Moffat, which I mean you could tell if you've been watching the show between the years 2010 and 2017 that he cares just a little bit about this dumb phone box show. But it's good, it's funny. All the doctors in it are spectacular, even the ones that have all of 30 seconds of screen time. Jonathan Pryce makes a funny master. There are good jokes. It is a fun way to spend 20 minutes thinking nostalgically about an old sci-fi show that's been canceled. And it's fun.
Kat, you go next.
Okay. I agree. This is a really funny little special. It's obviously personal preference. I'm not a fan of the poop jokes, especially the second one where he spits some stuff out. That's disgusting to me. But that's my own hang up. Everything else, I feel it hit really well. It's the jokes were on point, the pacing was good, it felt like it could have been an actual episode of Doctor Who even, and that's really impressive. So, Moffat ripping off himself this time. But no, yeah, I loved it. I loved it. More of this, please. Less poop jokes.
And it's 3-3. I really enjoyed it.
What?
Sorry, what?
I was about to say, well, Kat, if you enjoyed this television episode by Stephen Moffat, I have some good news. He may have made a few more.
Gasp! You don't say.
We may or may not be doing one of those next week. I wonder, but yeah, 3-3. I love this one, and I had never seen it before, genuinely. So thank you, Sean, for bringing it to my attention. Because I thought, it's just a parody. It's not really anything special, and I was wrong. It's actually really funny. The jokes are on point. I think the sewer thing is overplayed. Not just the whole disgusting aspect. Also, does it really need to be done 3 times? I suppose rule of 3. But the bit where they are one-upping each other perfectly mirrors... Oh, God damn it.
Hey, said it!
Perfectly matches...
Cat, do it.
Perfectly matches...
Please. Doctor Who Mirror Alert. Doctor Who Mirror Alert.
Congratulations, I played myself. Still the worst air horn.
Emotional damage.
Still the worst air horn ever, but
Train, please continue.
yeah, it perfectly
Well, if
matches,
it helps, I actually have a better air horn on my thing here.
oh no!
There you go.
I knew it. And where's the mute button? I'm not in the call right now. God damn it!
I already stopped it. So
That whole bit where the Master and the Doctor are one-upping each other perfectly matches their whole dynamic when Ainley was the Master, when the Doctor was always 1 or 2 steps ahead of his rival. So yeah, it's a comedy, but it really is on point, and the acting is actually terrific throughout. Particularly Jonathan Pryce and Richard E. Grant, and actually in fairness Hugh Grant's pretty damn good too. They're all great. Rowan Atkinson plays it seriously, which is actually the best choice. When I heard that Rowan Atkinson was the Doctor, I thought, okay, so it's going to be Mr. Bean again, is it? No, he's the straight man to the Master's tomfoolery.
and actually, you saying that has made me think of this, but I just really briefly, I think that this is where you get the best comedy, especially parodies, is when you come from a place of love. And it's very apparent that Moffat loves Doctor Who.
Yeah, well, he didn't set out to write a parody, as I say. He set out to write an episode of Doctor Who that was also funny. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes the best parody. He shows his love for it.
And I think I will... Also, the fact that, it kind of predicted what was to come years down the line is spooky.
He knew. He knew.
And he absolutely knew, because he wrote both of them. And I think I'll end it with 2 comments from the YouTube video that just slayed me. So the first one was, you can easily tell this isn't a real Doctor Who episode by the high production value and on-point script. And then the second one, which had me rolling on the floor, the fact that this episode is more rewatchable than any of Chibnall's episodes is outstanding.
Oh my god.
They ain't wrong.
So that's the Curse of Fatal Death, and that's what we thought of it. I wonder what we'll think of next week's episode. Hey, Kat?
Hey. So, something funny is, I had this episode in mind when we were talking about this last week. And then today, I found out that there is a connection for Curse of the Fatal Death and this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And that connection is Hugh Grant.
What?
May I suggest that one of you two go to TARDIS Wiki and look up Hugh Grant on TARDIS Wiki.
All right.
I'm on it, because I'm on my phone right now.
Hugh
And then
Grant.
you're going to go down to personal life.
Oh my...
Personal
No!
life.
No!
What? Oh. Okay.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you absolutely did.
Of course I did. Because it's me.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's okay. That's okay, actually. It's not the one I think it is. Never mind, Kat. You're a genius. Pick it.
Okay. So, everybody, join us next week where in a, do you guys remember 2006, 2007 when the show was good?
2007? Why, who was Doctor Who then? It was David Tennant!
Gasp! Join us next time for Curveball is Fear Her.
I think you stunned Rainiac into silent fear. Kat, do you have that button of him screaming?
I do.
That's the one.
Rain, are you okay?
Rain?
I think he's laughing, but I can't tell.
I can't tell either. I heard him, briefly.
I was laughing.
Oh shit, did I kill our host?
I was laughing the entire time.
Good. The good news is I did not kill our host.
No, you didn't, but that was so perfect.
Very well, we're going to do a drawing.
Is that what we're actually going to do? Is that your actual pick?
No, it is Human Nature, Family of Blood.
Oh,
I just really
thank
wanted to
Christ.
see what you guys would do.
I see. I see. When I pick the tearjerker, it's all, fuck you, Frez, how dare you? But when you pick the episode where it's like the terrible, tragic death of John Smith, it's, hooray, Cat, perfect pick, no problems here. I can
Well,
pick
considering the fact that I also tricked him with thinking that it was either Human Nature, Family of Blood, or Fear Her, I think Human Nature is the better one.
Human Nature's a pretty good episode, honestly.
It's a better story,
Good
yes,
story.
but it's still,
There's
it's still a
couple of problematic
tearjerker.
elements that we have to discuss, but that's all right.
Well, the past
Yes.
was a mistake.
It's time! We're going to talk about the Time Lord Victorious!
Do you know what's not all right? My chest hurts. And I think my microphone gave out while I was laughing the whole time.
We're gonna talk about Martha Jones
But
putting a
when you
racist in her
listen to this
fucking
back,
place.
guys, when you listen to this back, you'll hear my entire laughing fit and realise that completely broke me for real.
Yeah,
my God.
just know that Frez and I could not hear shit.
I didn't
So
hear.
he just went completely silent.
I was
Yeah.
so high pitched, I think it broke the microphone.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this back.
I've got to immediately stop this podcast and find that recorded. If not, put it in post.
My pick is after yours, Cat. So you fuckers better get ready for Fear Her. And that is a threat.
You will put yourself through it. And
By
also,
the way, in
David
case
Tennant.
anybody doesn't want to look it up, Hugh Grant is the second cousin of Thomas Sangster, and he was in Human Nature, the Family of
I'm
Blood.
not going to say what I said oh no to, but when I scrolled down to see the connection to this episode, I scrolled down a little bit too much, and another episode that we're not going to cover, hopefully ever, turned up.
Oh boy.
And I thought, oh god, she's gone on Thomas Wiki and seen that, so that's what we're doing next. And it wasn't Fear Her, but my god, that was beautifully timed. That absolutely shattered me into 1,000 pieces.
That's why I specifically said 2006, 2007.
I realise that now.
Nature, Family of Blood is 2007, but Fear Her is 2006.
I was about to do an EL Whisky go, well, actually, the Family of Blood was in 2007 when the show was good, and...
All right. You can have a little David Tennant as a treat.
The most boring man in the world.
Time Lord Victorious time! Yay!
The most boring man in the world, E.L. Wisty.
Actually, which one was the Mars one again?
Waters of Mars.
Oh god, that's so good.
Yeah, that's 2009. Okay, yeah.
When the show was not quite as good.
But Rain, it was David Tennant. Show automatically good when David
Actually,
Tennant was
ironically,
on.
The Waters of Mars is legitimately amazing.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah, David Tennant is good. Look, nostalgia fans, look. Watch Fear Her again. Watch it again. Watch it. Take it into your fucking eyeballs. This is what you want.
Is this a bad time to mention that there was more footage of the specials released this week?
I mean, it could be worse. I could have, picked 42.
That's just a bit dull.
Yeah.
It's also written by Chris Chibnall.
That's just a bit
Which
dull.
means. Yeah.
Look, again, Chris Chibnall, I've never against personally. Will probably take him out for a beer if I knew him in real life. Just can't write the show very well as a showrunner.
I would pay for a drink for him and not breathe a word about that fucking show and what I think to him, because I will give him that respect in person.
I'm sorry.
I would specifically pay for a drink that tells him what I think of the show.
I just flashed back to their Flanders on The Simpsons. I'm obliged to buy you a beer, but I'm annoyed, so it's going to be mostly head.
Brainiac, you were saying about the specials.
Yeah, footage emerged this week of more of the 60th anniversary specials, which we now know are going to be 3 individual episodes done weekend back to back to back. Which, to be honest, we knew already. This is not new news. I suppose the other way would have been news like, actually, we're going to do it in 3 days back to back. Surprise.
Wait. Hang on. Run back here again. They're promoting
I mean, isn't it
specials?
great? Not only are they promoting the specials, Frez, they're promoting this Series 14 ahead of time.
Well, I mean, let's be fair.
But they
it's not
can't
Chris
do that.
Chibnall. It's not Chris
No,
Chibnall
it's Russell T
running
Davies,
the
who
series
knows
anymore.
how to market his show.
So therefore, we're fine.
You can't do that. You've got to keep everything secret until 6 weeks before, where you say it's coming. Where you just say it's coming out this time.
Also, question: do you think that Chris Chibnall would get it if I bought him a shot called the Starfucker?
The fuck?
There's
And on
also
that
the
note-
blue motherfucker drink,
On that note,
which is entirely possible.
You can find us lovely people on Twitter at Reviews Doctor. Individually, we are at Rain the Maniac, at Freezing Inferno, at Concave Zipper, and at Don't Kill Us Please, Chris Chibnall. I mean, at the Kachiri.
Oh, Chris Chibnall's not even on Twitter.
That's actually
The
true,
smartest move this man has ever
My
made.
God, he's too smart for
Yeah.
us. Twitch.tv/Rainiac/Freezing Inferno/Concave Usurper and /the Kachiri.
It's Mega May 2, everybody.
Oh, you're just announcing it right now, are you?
I mean,
I
by
could
the
get him a
time,
drink
by the
called
time,
Slap Your Mama.
He's been playing
By
it
the
for 12
time
months
this
and he just tweeted it out.
by the time this podcast comes out, well, you'll all know because I'm streaming it in 3 hours. So yes.
Yeah, fair
Saying it
enough.
on the
You're
show.
literally starting tonight, so...
Yep,
Forgot
we're
about that small
playing.
detail.
I'm playing the Mega Man Game Boy games every Monday for the month of May.
Fun fact, according to my watch, it's the 31st of April because I haven't wound it forward yet. And I can't now until the morning because my watch is silly like that. It specifically says on the watch, do not change the time between the hours of 8 and 2. Like, why 8 and 2?
Anyway, buy back to the 11th hour, volumes 1 and 2 by Krista McTeer.
Or
Please, God,
Mattia, we don't
I hope
know
I got
yet.
that name. Please, God, I hope I got your name right. The Tower Through the Trees by Sean Dillon and Shadow of the Gallifrey.
Volume 1.
Book
By
1.
many people, including the aforementioned Krista, Sean, and this guy.
You've got the story in the
This
book?
guy over here.
No, you.
I've got the story in the book.
You've got 2.
I've got 2 stories in the book. Wow, life is
Yay.
getting fast.
Yeah, and you might have another
Also,
one.
I'm gonna post the name of this cocktail in the chat for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to say it out loud just because I don't want anybody to clip that. And 2, I really, really want to confuse the other people who are in this chat.
Can't you...
Do you think Chibnall would get it if I sent him that?
What
What
in the
the
world?
fuck? I ain't saying that out loud. No.
I'm gonna have to Google that in a proxy server so I don't get some terrible
It
mentions.
it is golden rum, peach schnapps, orange curacao, which I can't pronounce, pineapple juice, and orange
It
juice.
sounds delicious. I will never order it because it's got that name.
Yeah.
If I ever order that cocktail, I will just list the ingredients.
Say goodnight, Rainiac.
Good night, Rainiac.
Good night, Rainiac.
And join us next time for join us next time when David Tennant stars with Freeman Geeman. Wait a minute. Is this the first time we're doing Freeman Geeman? It might be.
Really? Is
Yeah.
this
Is this our first Martha?
Yeah.
No, we haven't picked Martha until... Wow.
Our first Martha is also the best one.
Well, there you go.
We did do Blink Through the Angels retrospective, but we haven't done a specific episode yet.
Yeah.
Didn't we do Gridlock?
Nope.
No.
That's still on the docket for later on.
We did not do... Did we do Blink? Or was that just in
Cat,
our...
we haven't
Angel
done any of
versus
Series
Justice.
3 at all. We haven't done any of Series 3.
So what you're saying is, up until now in this podcast, we have not remembered 2007 when the show was good.
Yes?
Damn.
Isn't that just
Yeah, because
perfect?
the only other one I can think of is Midnight, but that's Donna.
Even funnier, we've done The Runaway Bride, but we haven't done Series 3.
I would like to extend our apologies to, Martha and her actress, because holy shit. We have forgotten the most forgettable companion, unfortunately.
I mean, it's not her fault. She didn't have much to work with. She did the best
No,
that she had to.
unfortunately.
And she does get some
Fantastic actress.
She gets some great moments in The Family of Blood coming up.
Rita Hageman in the pivotal companion role of Not Rose.
I mean, you'd laugh, but that's basically her arc.
Yeah.
In the
Anyway.
pivotal role of the actual Doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, funnily enough, yes. Maybe
Take
we'll
it
double do
back,
Smith and Jones. I don't think that's problematic.
That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
Anyway.
Second night, Rainiac.
Seriousness, I've already said that. See you next time for David Tennant, Freeman Regiman in Human Nature and the Family of Blood. Until then, bye for now.